Hey guys, it's really hard when my daughter's sitting right here looking at me. Hey guys, Bethany here with the next chapter, and I have been told that I need to do this Booktube Newbie Tag, so I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see how it goes, see what happens. Okay, the first one is, why did you start this channel? The answer is that my daughter wanted to start a YouTube channel, and so I decided that I would try starting a channel just to see how it all worked so that I could help her when she wanted to do it. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do on a YouTube channel? And I realized, well, I read a lot. I guess I'll do book reviews. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I have no clue. I don't know. I watch everyone's awesome Booktube channels, and they are so fun and like unique and awesome, and then I just feel inferior to all the Booktubers out there. So I don't know, but hopefully you watch me anyway. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Well, it's kind of weird actually. I guess what I'm excited about is to find out about more books, because when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't even know there was such a thing as Booktube, and it's only since I started the channel that I found out that there's this huge Booktube community that I was not even aware of. So I'm excited to kind of get to know other people through their videos and to, find out about more great reads. And my TBR list is constantly growing and growing and growing. So I guess I'm going to keep watching everyone else and hopefully get good tips and advice from you guys and keep growing my TBR list. Let's see. The next one is, why do you love reading? I think it's kind of the same answer as most people that I've heard on this one. I like reading because I get to live a million different lives in a million different places. So I get to experience lots of different things outside of myself and learn about different people and places. And yeah, who wouldn't love that? A little bit of escape from reality for a while. The next is, what book or series got you into reading? I have no idea, but I can tell you that one of my mom's favorite stories about me, I'm the number 4 of 5 kids, and when I was 4 years old, I was really frustrated. One day, my whole family was sitting around reading their various books, and I wanted someone to read a book to me, and nobody would because everybody was reading their own books. And so I begged my mom, please, please teach me how to read, because then I can read my own books to myself. So when I was 4, my mom taught me how to read. And I definitely grew up in a reading culture. We lived very rural. And on Saturdays, we would go to the library, and my mom would bring a big apple box. And each of us was limited to only 7 books each. And when you live in a family with 5 kids, well, you can do the math on how many books we came home with every week. So we've always been readers. So yeah, it's just always been a part of my life. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? How are you so awesome? And how do you be so natural on camera and always have really insightful, cool things to say? I just basically aspire to be like everyone else, and maybe someday I'll get there. I don't know. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I guess I would say just learning how to do it. There's obviously a learning curve as I learn how to make videos and how to talk to a camera and not feel totally weird and awkward. So I would say that's the biggest challenge. For now, I'm sure I will encounter some other things as well that I don't even know about yet. Number 8, when did you start reading? I kind of already answered that. I was 4 years old. And yeah, I guess to expand a little bit on that, I was a very prolific reader. And even in elementary and middle and high school, I participated in something called Battle of the Books. And so you would have a set book list to read, and you would go to competitions with other schools where they would ask you questions about the books. And they'd say something like, in which book did, a character have to do something on the farm or whatever, some specific question. And then you would have to answer with the author and the title. You'd get 5 points for the title, 3 points for the author. So 8 points for a correct question. And yeah. And then when I graduated from high school, went off to college, that's when I basically took a big reading hiatus. I was busy with college things, and then not long after graduating from college, then I got married and started having kids. And it's only within really the last several years that I've had time to read more, and I'm loving getting back into it. As my kids are getting older and more self-sufficient, I'm able to have a little bit more time for myself. So that's really nice. Where do you read? Everywhere? So the audiobook and how accessible those are now has been a game changer for me. It means that when I'm doing day-to-day tasks, cooking dinner or folding laundry or whatever, I also have a very long drive into town. If I, need to go grocery shopping or whatever, then I can be listening to an audiobook. So that's really awesome, and it has really made it possible for me to read more. My favorite place in my house is actually on my porch. I'll probably show you guys that this summer when the weather gets better. It's kind of cold right now. But in the summer, we have like a wraparound porch, and for my birthday last year, I actually got a patio, like deck chair recliner, and so I like to sit out there in the sun on my porch and read my books. So yeah, that's where I like to read. The next one, number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? The answer is yes. But if I have to narrow it down, I can narrow it down by saying what I don't like to read. I don't enjoy high fantasy. And yeah, that's all I can think of. There's some topics I dabble in more than others. I guess my favorite love is historical fiction, because I always end up looking up stuff and learning more things. And so that's really fun. And I occasionally dabble in nonfiction. I definitely like, for nonfiction, more memoir, biography. I don't really, in nonfiction, like self-help books. Those drive me crazy, actually. I always end up wanting to hit the author, because I think, what are you saying? I haven't yet to find a self-help book that was actually useful. So maybe if you know of one, let me know if there's one I should try. And yeah, I think definitely historical fiction is probably my favorite, but I'll read just about anything. And the last question, what does your book collection look like? So what you see behind me, that's pretty much it. I do have some bookshelves that are in another room that have books on them, but most of them are my husband's that he can't get rid of. I actually don't like owning a lot of books. I prefer to do library. It's just one more cluttery thing in my house. I know that sounds terrible, but I don't own a lot of books. I do have I tend to buy books when they're my favorites, like they're old friends, and I'll probably do a video sometime showing what my old friends are. And I do have some display shelves in my living room, and they have some of my favorite sets on them that are pretty, but even that's not very many, especially compared to what else I see on YouTube. So I even like to I'm always thinking about, well, what book can I get rid of? I like to pare it down. That being said, the exception to the rule is I will buy books for my kids all day, every day. Last Christmas, I think I counted that I have 5 kids, and we bought over 30 books, just piecemeal between all of them. So, and that was just 30 books under the Christmas tree, which is awesome. So yeah, I'll always buy my kids books. If they're willing to read, I'm willing to get it for them, pretty much. So anyway, that is the last question. I hope it helped you get to know me. And if you have not done this tag, then I tag you next. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.